Okay, so again, we're recording variables on both sides, right? Do you guys remember what to do when you're solving variables to both sides? We need to get the variable on one side and then everything else on the other side. Okay, so our first steps we need to remember is the first thing we're looking to do is we're looking to see if there's anything that we need to distribute. Okay, for this one, on this side, do we have any parentheses? Do we have anything that we need to distribute? No. So the next thing I need to do is I'm looking to see if there's any like terms that I can combine. On this side, do I have any like terms I can combine? No. This side? No. Okay. So the next thing we're doing is I need to get my variable on one side. So we're going to move the variable first. Oh, Lord. And we're going to move the smallest variable. Okay. So out of 1/4 A and 5/4 A, which one is smaller? Your 1/4 A. It's a positive 1/4 A, so how do we move it? We're going to subtract it and take it away from both sides. Okay, on this side it cancels. I can bring down my negative 12. My equal sign follows the line. 5/4 A minus 1/4 A. It's 4/4 A. Okay, and I can bring down my positive 6. Does 4/4 A look right? What is 4/4? What is 4 over 4? It is 1. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. So really, I should be rewriting this, and my equation should be negative 12 equals 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm left with 1A, and we don't need to show that invisible 1. Do you guys remember? Bring down my plus 6. So now this looks a little bit better. The last step we do once we get my variable on one side is we do whatever we see happening to my variable, we're going to do the opposite. Okay? So on this side, the only thing I see happening is they added a 6. So we're going to, in order to get rid of it, we're going to take it away. We're going to subtract 6. It cancels out on this side. I bring my A down, and what is negative 12 minus 6? It leaves you with a negative 18. So I'm going to come back up here and write my answer. My A is equal to negative 18. We want to write it with the variable first. So the next problem I'm doing is number 8. Again, I'm separating my signs, drawing the line through the equal sign. The first step I need to do is see if I have anything to distribute. No parentheses. On this side, do I have anything to combine? No. What about this side? No. The next step is we're going to move the smallest variable. Out of negative 5/2 x and 1/2 x, which one is smaller? The negative, right? So how do I move a negative? Add it. Make it a positive, right? So I add 5/2 x to both sides. Okay. On this side, it's going to cancel. I can bring down this 15. I haven't done anything with it. My equal sign follows the line. Bring down my 9. And 1/2 x plus 5/2 x is 6/2 x, right? So I finally have my variable alone. So the last thing I need to do is whatever I see happening to my x, I need to move it, right? So whatever I see happening, I'm going to do the opposite. So the first thing I see happening to my x, right, they multiplied by this fraction. This fraction is 6/2, and then they added this positive 9. So the first thing I'm going to get rid of is that 9. It's a positive. How do I get rid of it? We're going to take it away. And you take it away from both sides. On this side, it cancels. I can bring down my 6 over 2x, my equal sign, and 5 minus 9 is 6. Okay? The last thing is I see they multiplied my x by this fraction, 6 over 2. So if they multiplied it, I'm going to divide it. Okay, so on this side it cancels. My x is equal to, what is 6 divided by 6 over 2? Let's do that on the calculator. Clear this out. 6 divided by parentheses 6 over 2. Fractions always go in parentheses. Enter 2. Okay. So your x is equal to 2. We want to write it with the variable first.